Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and EOS Airdrops. So Nasdaq, they're going to introduce Bitcoin future contract next year. So do you think this is good to the crypto community? We'll get to that in a minute. Also, I'll talk about the assassination of Bitcoin. And don't forget, CME future contract is going to expire tomorrow. I think in the previous video, I thought it's Friday. It's not actually. Before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop giveaway, half or ICO. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. So just in case you are new to the channel, EOS Cafe is having an airdrop coming up. December 21st will be the snapshot. December 25th, which is Christmas, they will give you the airdrop. It's a Christmas gift. And also BetDice is having a lucky draw every day. Make sure you do the lucky draw. This is free money, basically free EOS, so don't miss out. Also, make sure you go to payout and claim your balance once in a while. And you can also stake your token to earn additional payout as well. If you're interested, you can click the link below. That will help out my channel. EOSBET also giving out dividends as well. You can click the link below if you're interested. Fastwin, they have a whole bunch of gain. You can check it out as well. And also, you can go to EOS Toolkit to air grab different tokens: Ethereum, Infiniverse, Nubili, Poor token, Seed token, Trybe token, Wix or something. So you can air grab in EOS Toolkit. You can check it out as well. Cat EOS snapshot December 1st, airdrop December 20th. Transfer your EOS out of the exchange to your EOS account. Also, Tok is having an airdrop November 29th snapshot, and December will be the airdrop. So I talk about that 0.5 token. If your EOS token is in your EOS wallet, if your EOS in the exchange chains token, I'm sorry, so you get 0.6 token. And EOS Jacks is also giving out dividend as well. I just play 0.1 EOS and then I earn some extra EOS and then I stake the token and then they, and then they do some payout as well. You can check it out. You can click the link below. That will help out my channel as well. All right, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop giveaway or half ICO. Anyway, let's talk about the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, they plan to launch the Bitcoin future contracts next year, the first quarter. A lot of YouTubers are saying that, oh, how come this news doesn't pump the market? Oh, wake up, guys, wake up, okay? With the introduction of the Bitcoin future CME CBOE future contract, those are freaking paper contract. Those are not backed by Bitcoin. Even though are backed by Bitcoin, there's still hidden leverage. How can people I don't understand. How can people still don't get it right now? When you saw something like that, don't be naive. This, I don't know. I think people need to look deeper into the matters. So this is basically a paper Bitcoin, okay? So with the CME CBOE future contract since last December, Bitcoin has been dropping and dropping like crazy. So this is basically give them a tools to manipulate or control or suppress the price of Bitcoin. I talked about that in my previous video. I can't remember which video. That was long time ago when I talked about it last December when the institution money want to come in. I'm very skeptical, but a lot of YouTubers are saying that, oh, that's a good thing to the community. We're going to Lambo, to the moon and all that. No, that's not true. So you guys know right by now. By now, if you haven't wake up, seriously. But anyway, so this is what it is. So when I hear some YouTuber talk about that, why Nasdaq have a Bitcoin future contract coming up next quarter, the Bitcoin price is still not going up. Of course, it's not going to go up because this is a Bitcoin paper future contract. This is not backed by Bitcoin. And so anyway, So let me know what you think about this. And this is just give them additional tool to manipulate or suppress the price of Bitcoin. Don't forget, with the introduction of the Bitcoin, no, not Bitcoin, gold future, uranium, silver future market. After the introduction of all these future markets, suppress the price of all the commodity. Initially, there may be a pump. Then afterwards, it is suppressed like crazy. So I can put the link below, which the previous video I talked about those price suppressions, and also although it's backed by Bitcoin, but also it has hidden leverage. They're going to dilute the value of Bitcoin. Maybe initially there's a pump, but in the long term, it's not good to the community. I mean, seriously, people need to wake up by now. Rehypothecation, because BAC has a hidden leverage. So there's two things that in BAC, rehypothecation and commingling. So let me repeat this rehypothecation in case people still forgetting, still thinking Lambo, still thinking those BAC Bitcoin is good to the community. Let's play again.
Rehypothecation occurs when an asset used as collateral for one party is reused in another transaction. To understand the concept, consider Jim and his bank. Jim borrows money from his bank to buy his house. The collateral on that loan is Jim's house. If Jim stops making payments, the bank can repossess the house. Then Jim's bank decides it wants to borrow some money too, but it has nothing to offer its borrower as collateral, so it uses Jim's house as its collateral. That's rehypothecation. Problems occur if Jim's bank stops repaying its loan and Jim continues to make his payments. In that instance, the bank's borrower would be unable to take possession of Jim's house. In the financial world, rehypothecation occurs when the securities a hedge fund posts with a brokerage as collateral are used by the brokerage as collateral for its own transaction. Clients who permit rehypothecation of their collateral may be compensated through a lower cost of borrowing or a rebate on fees. Rehypothecation is quite common, but those who practice it proceed much more carefully than they did prior to the 2008 financial crisis. Rehypothecation is considered to be one of the possible factors contributing to the financial meltdown.
So now that you guys, just to refresh your memory, what is rehypothecation? They can rehypothecate your Bitcoin, the Bitcoin to they can claim the asset more than once, maybe 5 times, claim the same asset more than 5 times. Basically, I mean, and then they commingling with other assets. They commingling with a whole bunch of worthless fiat currency, U.S. Treasury, mortgage-backed security, derivatives, and all that jazz. So I hope people understand everything behind, not just look at the surface. Oh, this is Bitcoin ETF is good. No, they are not good. So guys need to wake up. Okay, sorry, I'm just a little bit Anyway, let's talk about assassination of Bitcoin. Oh, one thing I want to point out, CME future contract going to expire tomorrow. When we look at the let's see one. The USD BTC USD short position has been spiked up. It may be a little bit pump to kill off the short position, to liquidate the short position. But I don't know how far is the pump. We'll see. But you can see spike up. So Ethereum short position is, oh, forget about Ethereum. The short position is it's not even high. So Bitcoin, so there may be some pump. I don't know how far the pump will go, but I could be wrong too. But right now it's a little bit level off the RSI in here. So it's hard to tell right now at this market. So don't mark my work. So you got to be careful out there right now. So let's go back to assassination of Bitcoin. So basically, central banks are toying with the idea of launching a bank-backed cryptocurrency. The only thing that stands in the way is Bitcoin. So that's why this topic is called Assassination of Bitcoin. And the collapse of Bitcoin are down 68% today and 78% from all-time high of 20,000 set in December. when it traded at 4,200 probably earlier this week, but right now it's below 4,000. It's like 3,800 right now. And it's a bubble that popped, or is happening before, or is nothing to worry about. So let's go back to the history of the Bitcoin. So let's start at the very beginning. The data that we got here, from September 2010 to October 8, 2010, Bitcoin high is 17 cents. Oh wow, that's a good deal, 17 cents at the time. And then the Bitcoin low is 0.01 cents. Wow, that is really a big drop. And the days of correction is 24 days, and the percentage decline is 94%. 94% decline. And the percentage return to new high is 1,600%. And new high day is October 24th, and the days to new high is 40 days. And from November 6 to November 10, 2010, and Bitcoin high is 0.5 cents, and then the Bitcoin low is 14 cents. Decline is 72% correction. Return to new high is 257%. New high day is January 2011, 86 days before you get to new high. So from February 2011 to April 2011, 53 days of corrections. Bitcoin at the time is $1.10, and that was on the high side, okay? And Bitcoin low is 56 cents, and 49% decline. Percentage to return to new high is 96%, and new high date is April 17, 2011. Takes about 66 days before it go back to new high. And from May 13, 2011 to May 21st, 2011, just 8 days. Bitcoin all-time high is $8.45, and the Bitcoin low is $5.50. 34% of decline, and then 51% returned to new high. And the new high date is May 25th, 2011. It takes about 12 days to bring to new high. And from June 11 to 2011 to November 2011, take about 162 days for the corrections. Bitcoin high is $32, and Bitcoin low is $1.99. Percentage decline is 94%, and percentage to return to new high is 1,504%. And new high day is February 28, 2013. Takes about number of days to new high. Woo, is almost 2 years, right? Almost 2 years, yeah. 631 days. And so they have a crypto winter, almost 2 years, basically. And April 10, 2013 to July 2013, take about 88 days for the corrections. The Bitcoin high is $266, and the Bitcoin low is $63, and 76% correction. And percentage return to new high is 323%. New high day is November 7, 2013. Days to new high is 211 days. And from November 2013 to January 2015, number of days for the corrections is 410 days, and Bitcoin high is 1166, 1,000 almost, and also Bitcoin low is 170. That is pretty dramatic. From 1,166 to 70, and 85% correction, and the percentage to new high is 585%. New high day is February 2017. It takes about 1181 days. It's almost like 3 years for the days to new high. It's a 3 years crypto winter. Wow. And March 2017 to March 24, 17, 14 days for the correction. Bitcoin high is 1326, and Bitcoin low is 8892. Percentage decline is 33%. Percentage return to new high 49%. April 2017, return to new high. Take about 14 days to new high. And June 11, 2017 to July 16, 2017, 35 days for the correction. All-time high at the time is $3,025, and low at the low side is 1837, 39% correction, and then 65% return to new high. New high day is August 5th, 2017. Number of days to new high is 55 days. And September 2nd, 2017 to September 15, 2017, number of days, 13 days. Bitcoin high is over 5,000, and Bitcoin low is 2951, and percentage decline is 41%, and percentage return to new high is 70%. New high day is October 12, 2017, and it takes about 14 days to a new high. And November 8 to 2017, November to November 12, 2017, just 4 days. You have a huge correction on the at the time. Bitcoin high is 7879, Bitcoin low is 5507, decline 30%, and percentage return to new high is 43%. New high day is November 16, 2017. It takes about 8 days to the new high. So this is the last one. December 17 to 2017 to November 19, 2018. So 333 days for the corrections. And Bitcoin high is almost 20,000. Bitcoin low is 5165. Oh, right now it's not 5165 anymore. It's like 3,800, below 4,000. 74% decline. So right now, I think it's probably 80 some percent decline right now. Percentage return to new high is 283%. New high day, we don't know. We yet to come, right? Those will be interesting. How many days will become another bull run? So we'll see. I think we are not far from the bottom, but you never know. And if you watch my previous video, I talk about super crypto. He talked about the 95% corrections. 90% correction, which is, if you talk about 90% correction, you're talking about Bitcoin probably around 2,000 or 1,000, something like that, 1,000 to 2,000. So that will be, we don't know. Anyway, so let's get back to this article. So you can see every single time it goes back down, 90 some percent drop, it goes back up again, and every single time it goes higher and higher every single time. And so you can see the Bitcoin obituary. Bitcoin has died 326 times and counting. And November 26 is the last time the Bitcoin pyramid scheme continued to collapse. You can see go back to 2010. This is Bitcoin has died so many times and yet still here. And so every time Bitcoin has declined and regrouped, and then it's still back here. And once again, let's go back. So the assassination of Bitcoin by the Global Financial Authority, and of course, cryptocurrency have proven that there's an appetite for both a cashless digital payment system and digital asset. It's peer-to-peer. You don't need middlemen. You don't need the bank. You don't need somebody in the middle. You can just send money overseas directly using your wallet. You just shoot to another wallet, and you don't need to go through SWIFT. You don't have to pay expensive transaction fee and all that. Of course, the bankers and financial elite and figure that Bitcoin will be standing in the way of the new world financial order. They want control. They want control your money, basically. And they want centrally controlled digital money, and they have political power over the life and choices of billions of people. And they are making their move to establish that order right now. So that's why you can see so many assassination of the Bitcoin. And this is a coordinated assault on cryptos, took place over 3 days last week. Over the last 3 days, those 3 days, November 13 to 15, Bitcoin broke through resistance 6,003 and fell to 5,005, and then it kept falling. And at the time, it's 6,003. I think I created a video. Let's see. At the time, not this one. So at the time when Bitcoin is 6,300, I create a video at the time, and then I ask people, what's your take on the directions of Bitcoin? And people, my viewers, saying that thanks for the video. This is the video that I make. Stock market collapse and then the global reset and stock market down, global reset, Bitcoin cash half blah blah blah. Okay, and he make a comment. Thanks for the video. Sideways action till ETF or something big, and at the time it's 6,300. I said probably downward momentum. So I'm not surprised that I am not surprised. I'm not surprised that Bitcoin go below 6,000, because at the time a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people talk about 6,000 is the bottom and all that, but to me, I don't think it's a bottom. But anyway, if you follow the hertz, if you follow those ship, of course everybody say 6,000, but I don't think so. And I make the right call anyway. So you can also go to Super Crypto and check him out as well. And let's get back to the article quickly. So basically, they want the central bank. They want to create a digital currency, and then they want to play a critical role in the global payment system, including settlement of transactions. They argue International Monetary Fund President Christine Lagarde in Singapore on November 14, and they basically talk about it was subtle argument in the focus of potential public and private partnership between commercial bank and central bank. And the point from Christine Lagarde is saying that he preferred to be centralized. He doesn't prefer private sector to create those digital currency. Centralization allows for control. Decentralization does not. I mean, right now we almost past the almost past the 21st century. I couldn't believe nowadays people still want to do the centralized model. I mean, we already passed the 21st century. Seriously, I mean, decentralized is the way to go for the future. Of course, they want to protect their own interest, isn't it? And also ECB, and they talk about that the Bitcoin is a bubble, is a Ponzi scheme, is an environmental disaster. All this, they just want to, just want to assault the Bitcoin and all that. And because it create a threat to the financial elite, it create a threat to the bankers. Because just imagine everybody send their money overseas or send the money to another country using your own wallet. You just shoot in another wallet or whatever, and you or send it to your friend's wallet, and you without using Swift, without using a banking system. Those wire money thing, those remittance is a $1 billion industry in the bank, and they lose a lot of money. And also, I talk about invoice factoring services like Populous. They already create a platform. Now, average Joe can invest in the invoice factoring services, and they link up those small business, and then you can sign up to their platform to buy the account receivable and all that. And those are very lucrative business in the bank, and those are billions dollar industry as well. Just imagine, take away those two. I mean, take away those profit, and that is. I think this is a big threat to the financial system, to the current financial model. And Bitcoin was a response to the financial crash of 2009. And also, it was a perfectly rational response to a system run by financial elite that hold your money captive, systematically destroy the purchasing power of your savings, create wealth destroying boom and bust cycle that are increasingly politically and social destabilizing. And the thing is, like, the 2009 financial crisis, Lehman Brothers, Bear Stearns collapse, and a lot of investor or small investor lose a lot of money, lose all their money basically in those toxic asset. And if you still remember those mortgage-backed security, those toxic asset, they repackage as a AAA rating, and then they go through the they go through the bank, and then they sell it to the small individual investor. And because after it go bust in 2009, a lot of small investors lose money because of that. And basically, the financial system are not protecting you. They just want to make money, that's all. And after the 2009 financial crisis, with the introduction of the QE1, QE2, QE3, QE4, they are printing money of thin air, and that's pump up the stock market and the real estate market. So right now it's at all-time high, and the institution got all this free money, and basically some credit union, some small bank, they don't expose to those toxic asset, and they talk to the Fed, hey, I don't want the money. The Fed said, no, we are going to give it to everybody. Those are digital, like they just said, I mean, it's not they printing money, they just enter in the computer and shoot it to the bank. So, and also too big to fail. I mean, for example, Merrill Lynch has to be merged with Bank of America, and JP Morgan Chase, like JP Morgan supposed to be collapsed, and then Chase has to merge with JP Morgan. And because of too big to fail, they still survive, right? So just imagine if you have a small business, who's going to bail you out? Nobody. Anyway, what fool wouldn't want to get their money out of a system like that? Of course you want to get out. I mean, seriously, just like Venezuela, just like the fiat currency is not backed by anything. Used to be if you hold US before the Nixon, if you have a US dollar, you can go to Federal Reserve to redeem gold. And Nixon is the one who delinked the gold standard. So right now, fiat money is not backed by anything. So to the extent crypto could create decentralized payment system, currency, asset class, which trust is guaranteed by the blockchain. So you have a public ledger, everything is held accountable. You can see there's a transparency. But the flip side is that the moment the decentralized system become an actual threat to the money system controlled by the central bank, the full might and power of the sovereign state and central bank will come down on it. That's what's beginning to happen now. That's why they want to crash the price of Bitcoin. They want to make everybody so sick and tired of Bitcoin, and they don't want to touch it anymore. That's what they want to do. And so basically, the interest of Bitcoin has attracted last year. Remember, Bitcoin at 20,000, 18,000 last year is largely speculative. It's not people betting on a new disruptive technology or money system. It's people trying to make a quick buck from high prices. And by the way, you still have to sell back into fiat currency to make that buck, right? So people just thinking another Lambo, another moon, or whatever, go to the moon last year. And so the last week attack on the decentralized cryptocurrency comes when the price action is bearish anyway. It also comes as central bank are ready to advance all the benefits of a central bank digital currency. Central banks aims to capitalize on the budding popularity of crypto and then harness all this popularity for their own ends. So what are their own ends? So basically, the war for control of digital money. And this economist, I don't know who is this guy anyway, he talked about central bank digital currency. There's no blockchain technology at all. It's not scalable. It's not cheap or secure. He argued, and in his version, decentralization is to be avoided. We are in the 21st century. Decentralization is to be avoided. Are you serious? Centralization is a desired feature for monetary control. Really, So centralization is basically a central point of failure, just like what happened in the 2009 financial crisis. So what role do banks play? The banks that run Wall Street and control the Federal Reserve. And basically, the main problem with the central bank digital currency is that would disrupt the current frictional reserve system because commercial banks create money by lending out more than they hold in liquid deposit. Okay, FDIC deposit. If you deposit 10,000, the FDIC requirement for the bank to reserve, the bank reserve is only 3%, which is $300. The rest of the money they can loan out to another people, to a small business, to a mortgage, or to a car loan or whatever. So the reserve is only 3% out of 10 grand. So basically, the bank is only have $300, and then the rest is loaning out to other people and make money. So this is called frictional reserve lending. So if all the private bank deposit to be moved in CBDC, which is central bank digital currency, then traditional bank need to become loanable funds intermediaries, borrowing long-term funds to finance long-term loans such as mortgage. But right now, it's not the case. In other words, frictional reserve banking system would be replaced by a narrow banking system administered mostly by central bank. That would amount to a financial revolution. One would yield many benefits. Central banks would be in a much better position to control credit bubbles, stop the bank run, prevent maturity mismatch, and regulate risky credit lending decisions by the private banks. It's all about control. Crypto and Bitcoin threaten that control. They have to go. So Bitcoin get knives in the back by the IMF, SEC, NSA, and all the digital money system where cash disappear and authorities have put full transparency into our monetary affairs. This is our worst nightmare. So anyway, but the centralizing authoritarians status monster seek control of money because their real goal is political power. This is the war on cash that Bill and others have written for years. It is the systemic destruction of your ability to collect and hold wealth outside of the financial system. So basically, they want to kill the direct convertibility of US dollar to gold was the one step. So I talk about because Nixon delinked the gold standard. Now you cannot go to the bank and give them a US dollar and redeem gold. Used to be you can do that, but not anymore because Nixon delinked the gold standard back in the 70s. Also, there's a whole bunch of laws and regulations like silver asset forfeiture. Basically seize your asset because when they suspiciously allow authority to seize suspiciously large amount of cash without due process. So assassination of Bitcoin will be the next. So be careful, guys. Be careful. Excuse me. So basically, one last statement. This is important. The Wall Street crowd could get completely blindsided by the digital currency crowd in the digital money world. Either way, ordinary Americans may be caught in a crossfire. The time to protect yourself is now. So basically, if history has shown us anything, it's the centralized authority will do anything to maintain control over your money. Does Bitcoin pose a threat to the control? Of course, absolutely. But the assassination of the Bitcoin will just be the first step. And there will be a new type of money could be coming to America. So basically, the ultimate goal is to control your money. Anyway, so let me know what you think about this assassination of Bitcoin. Do you think cryptocurrency is a threat to the status quo, to the current financial system, or to the financial elite right now, to the bankers, to the big banks? Do you think cryptocurrency is a threat to the big banks? Please comment below. I would like to hear from you. Also, with the CME future contract is going to expire, what do you think the direction of Bitcoin? Going up, down, or sideways? That will be interesting to see. But I'm not surprised that I'm not saying tomorrow Bitcoin can pump really high and then they will dump it again. I'm not surprised to see that. This is just a mind game, guys. This is a mental game. So anyway, please comment. Oops. Oh, you know what? This is one of my favorite artists, Pink. So she's pretty down to earth. So anyway, who is your favorite artist? Please comment below as well. I would like to hear from you. And so let me know what you think about the assassination of Bitcoin. Do you think is a threat to the current financial system? Let me know. If you find this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe, and comment. This will help out my channel and help my ranking in YouTube. And I will continue to provide quality video for you guys. And also, if you watch my video, you are ahead of the game. You think beyond everybody, because most of the YouTubers thinking that ETF is good, blah blah, and all that. But you are smarter than a lot of people. Also, if you have already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop giveaway half for ICO. Also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. Remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in ICO or cryptocurrency has inherent risk. Please use your due diligence.